So a little bit about this call. So these reeds are actually pre-cut and built for a normal cut down call, but it's more of a short shot two-stroke type of call. It's more of a thinner, shorter reed base. And see how that is already, it's actually normally out here just a little bit further, but I make mine a little bit more of a short shot, like a little bit of a two-stroke. So I'll have to cut it down and reshape it for this specific call. What to do is I'll chew it up, flush it down my mouth a little bit, get the cork a little bit of wet, so that way it's a little bit more pliable. So that way when you make your bridge here, it's thin. It's a thin bridge. You don't want that to crack or bust off at all. So when you give your cork a little bit of wetness, you chew it around, slosh it around your mouth, it'll squeeze in a little bit easier as well. So before I put that in, I'm gonna end up doing that. Keep it in my mouth for a little bit. I'll just slide right in there just like that. Make sure it's nice and tight. See how I just slid in there? We got a little bit of overhang on either side. What you want to do is take a nice sharp knife like an MKC knife and just give it a nice little cut. So that way it's smooth on your call. You want it to be nice and smooth. So what I do is I just let it run up the side without cutting into the call. I'll just let it roll over top like that. That's good, nice and smooth. A little bit of overhang on either side, but that's your reed right there. And then I haven't actually fit this call yet, but oh, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. Good fit. Good, nice, tight fit right there. And then look at that. That's your call. So now what I got to do next is to make sure that I'm cutting it down so it sounds right. So before I cut, I'm just gonna blow on it. So what I'll do right now is blow on it. See how nothing comes out? It's because it's too long of a reed. Normally it's a little bit longer, and that's normally the pre-cut insert single reed there. I do a little bit more of a two-stroke cut down. So what you want to do is slowly, since I know it's a little bit more overhang, I'm going to take a little bit more bite off this first time. So basically what happens is when you take some off, well, you're actually losing more of like your tone. So it's like it's a little bit deeper or it's a little bit lighter, just depending on what you want. So you just want to take your time, go back and forth, cut it down, cut it down, cut it down until you got the right sound. So sound a little bit better there, but really for me, I know where it's supposed to be. I'm just kind of showing you guys a little bit. I'm gonna cut down just a slight straight cross off the top. See how it's nice and square? That doesn't really matter, honestly. People like the ear, like the bunny ears on either side. You cut down the edges. I do that a little bit, but nothing crazy. You really get your sound out of the length of your reed, not really because of cutting that down. Now you can add more rasp and tone to it if you cut those bunny ears down, which is what I'll do here eventually, but currently we're just gonna keep cutting it down until we like the sound. We're getting a little bit closer. You can tell by the sound there. So now I'm just gonna take a little bit at a time until I get to where I want. That's still a little too high pitch, so we're just gonna keep cutting it down until we're done. Something that I didn't talk about when tuning a call is making sure that this bridge right here, see how it naturally, when you put it on both sides, it naturally bends away from you? Well, you actually want that part that's going back facing up because you want it to be slapping on top of the call a little bit heavier. If you have it the other way, you're not going to get as much air going through and as much kind of tone going through that tone channel. So you got to make sure you put your reed in the correct way if you redo your call. So just make sure you're looking at that when you're doing it. So ideally you want the see how I'm bending that, and I can flip it around. It'll bend the same way regardless of how I do it. And so what happens is I want that part that is not bridging, see it's bridging that way, I actually want this side to be towards the caul because of how it slaps on the caul. I want it to be tight to the caul. Yeah, we're getting there. It's a little high sounding. We just gotta take off really minor at a time now. We're getting in real close now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have us a cut down.